Story short number 54. Caden looked out at the desolate landscape. After the plague killed half of the people on Earth and left many others changed, nobody worried about mowing the grass or fixing the streets. There had been fires, and many of the houses on Caden's street had burned to the ground. Most of his neighbors moved away as things got worse. Caden's own family had gone to live with his grandparents on their farm. Only Caden had stayed in their old house. He hoped his mom, dad, and brother Marius were okay. Marius had just dyed his hair blue right before the whole world went crazy. Caden wondered if the dye had grown out yet. He wished there were still phones that worked so he could call them and hear their voices. It was Tuesday, so Caden was going out to look for supplies. Some of the houses still had cans of food inside and he needed to eat. He crept out of his house as quietly as he could. It was safer if he was quiet. If they didn't hear him, they wouldn't notice him. If they didn't notice him, they wouldn't attack. Probably. Caden heard a growl behind him. It sounded like an animal, but when Caden turned, it was a person, or something that used to be a person. The creature was wearing torn and dirty clothes. Its skin had fallen off in places, showing its bones, but it wasn't bleeding. Its eyes were blank and inhuman as they looked at Caden. It sniffed the air and licked its lips as it came closer and closer. Caden tried to run, but the creature was too fast. It caught him and knocked him to the ground. Its teeth were snapping and biting. That's when Caden looked and saw what was left of the creature's hair. It was blue. Caden screamed.